Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Hoosier Holidays at the Statehouse. My name is Amy Jo.
And I'm Miriam, and we have a radio show called Chicks on the Right, and we're so happy to be with you all today.
Today we have some special guests, including some of our best friends. First Lady Janet Holcomb and First Dog Henry Holcomb.
And look who else is here. Santa and Mrs. Claus have come down from the North Pole to join us. Where are they? I hear them. I hear them. Oh, you hear that? There they are. There they are.
Are you going to have a seat? There we go.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. Now, the Department of Natural Resources has some special friends that they'd like you to meet too. Smokey Bear and his sidekick. Woo! Okay.
All right, can you hear me? My name is Dana, and I have brought along with me Smokey Bear. And as I got to talk with some of you earlier and take pictures, I realized that some of you don't know who Smokey Bear is. Well, in 1950, there was a very young bear cub that was badly burned in a wildfire down in New Mexico in Lincoln National Forest. And that bear was saved, and they were able to nurse him back to health, and he was able to live out his life and grow to be a big bear. And that bear has a very special message for you and for all of us, that only you can prevent forest fires. It's very important that we don't throw a match on the ground when it's still lit, and that's what Smokey wants us to know when we're in the forest. But what about our homes, since we're getting upon the holiday season and we have these great Christmas trees, just like the trees that are behind Santa and Mrs. Claus, right? We want to be sure that those trees have proper water, especially if you have a live tree in your home. You want to be sure that you water that tree every single day so it doesn't dry out. You might want to check your lights on your tree too to be sure they don't get too hot. If they overheat, they might cause a fire on your tree as well. And if you like to burn candles or anything like that in your home, make sure there aren't any open flames near your tree too. That would be another important way that we can help prevent fires in our homes too this holiday season. And I believe that you all might have gotten a song that you'll be able to sing along with us. And so we're going to do the Smokey Bear song. And we have a special verse to add for the Christmas season, okay?
Well, hello. You met some of these folks a little bit earlier at the tables with the snakes and the birds of prey, and if you haven't been there, you'll get a chance to see them afterwards, but we are going to sing the Smokey Bear song with you. I know some of you brought a sheet with the words. How many of you practiced it back at school? Learned it. Awesome. Okay, so some of you did, but that if you didn't, that's okay, because we're going to sing it together and we'll practice the words together. We're going to sing the chorus, and then we're also going to sing the first verse, and we made up a verse about holidays, the holidays for you too. So we're going to start by learning the chorus. And my name is Ginger Murphy, and I work with all of these people here, and I'm glad that they're here to help me today to sing this song. We're all glad that you're here to help and sing about Smokey Bear, our buddy, right? Right? Okay, the chorus goes like this, and I'm going to sing a line, and then you sing it back to me. You ready? It goes like this. Smokey Bear. Oh, sorry, I'm in another song. Smokey the Bear, Smokey the Bear. Sing that with me. Smokey the Bear, Smokey the Bear. Prowling and a growling and a sniff in the air. Sing that. Prowling and a growling and a sniff in the air. He can find a fire before it starts to flame. Sing that with me. He can find a fire before it starts to flame. That's why they call him Smokey. It's how he got his name. Sing that line. That's why they call him Smokey. It's how he got his name. Are you ready? We'll sing that whole chorus together. Let's go. Smokey the Bear, Smokey Bear, prowling and a growling and a sniff in the air. He can find a fire before it starts to flame. That's why they call him Smokey. It's how he got his name. Whoa, good job. Give yourselves a pat on the back for that. You did great. Now we're going to sing the first verse, and some of you have the words. If you don't, you can just listen closely. Here we go. Ready? With a ranger's hat and shovel and a pair of dungarees, you can find him in the forest, always sniffing the breeze. People stop and pay attention when he tells them to beware, 'cause everybody knows that he's the fire prevention bear. You ready to sing? Here we go. Smokey the Bear, Smokey Bear, prowling and a growling and a sniff in the air. He can find a fire before it starts to flame. That's why they call him Smokey. It's how he got his name. Now this is our special verse for the holidays. You ready? Here we go. You can take a trip, Smokey, that there's nothing like a tree, especially at the holidays. They're beautiful to see. Just remember to be careful with lights and candles too. Then Smokey will be happy and very proud of you. Ready? Smokey Bear, Smokey Bear, and a growling and a sniff in the air. He can find a fire before it starts to flame. That's why they call him Smokey. It's how he got his. Let's sing that one more time. Let's really hear you. Here we go. Smokey Bear, Smokey Bear, prowling and a growling and a sniff in the air. He can find a fire before it starts to flame. That's why they call him Smokey. It's how he got his name. That's why they call him Smokey. It's how he got his name. Good job. Awesome.
Get away.
I think Santa and Mrs. Claus are going to sit up on the stage.
They're going to scoot.
They're going to scoot. Listen, it is so nice to have so many kids here today. We want to thank you for coming. And if you are a student from North Decatur and Greensburg, raise your hand. Look at all of you. Wow, yay for you. How about Western Wayne and Cambridge City?
Where you
There you
at?
are.
There you are.
Edgewood and Anderson. And you guys all match. Look at that.
Matchy, matchy.
And Abraham Lincoln in Indianapolis. There you guys are. Thank you so much for being here.
Yay. Okay. We are also delighted to have Pike High School's Pike Encores under the direction of Drew Stainbrook. And did you know that Governor Holcomb graduated from Pike High School? And now they're going to perform for us.
Hark the herald angels sing, hark the herald gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
Wasn't that amazing? Yes, big applause. Good job. Okay, kiddos. How would you like the First Lady to come down there and read a story? Raise your hand. Yeah, you know you would. Come on, everybody. Everybody wants a First Lady to read a story, and that's what's about to happen.
Okay. The First Lady is going to read a holiday classic, The Night Before Christmas. I think Henry's going to help. Is he going to help? Nope, he's going to stay with Santa.
Would somebody like to join me up here? Gio, come on up. I am going to read The Night Before Christmas. When all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eye should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
We would like to thank the Department of Natural Resources. We have some great folks with us today who have made this all possible. Thank you. Can I have a nice round of applause for them? I would like to introduce the Department of Natural Resources Director, Cam Clark, and special thanks to his team and leadership. And thank you also for the tour, as you tour the office, for all their hard work and their volunteers who have made this all possible. Thank you again, and another round of applause for them, please. Thank you for all of the students who are here today. We are glad that you could join us, and we hope that you have very happy holidays. Thank you.
Now we're in for another treat because Pike High School's Pike Encore is under the direction of Drew Stainbrook. They're going to perform another song.
Christmas is here, bringing the chim to young and old. Ding dong, ding dong, that is the song with joyful ring of carol. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they